Okay, so here we have some Canaanite artifacts. This room is from, I can tell it's mostly from Hazor. Here we have these orthostat lions that would have been in front of the great temple of Hazor, probably to Baal, and they were found buried. There's debate as to whether or not they were buried by the Canaanites fleeing, or whether or not they're buried in an attempt to cancel them by the people who invaded Hazor, which, according to the Bible, was Joshua. Now, my take is that it's actually Canaanites, because if you're Joshua, it's going to look more like this. This is probably, I think, Baal, and if you look, I think that might be some Canaanite god. I'm not sure which one which. There is a statue that is probably Baal, but if you look at that star there in the center of the chest, that is a common Canaanite symbol. This is probably an ancestor cauldron, a big cauldron. That's my own educated guess. Here we have an enthroned god, again, probably Baal. The outstanding statue depicts one of the major Canaanite gods, the storm god Baal, so it's Baal, responsible for fertility and growth. His tall headdress, which is decorated in relief, represents the tree of life, flanked with wild goats, indicating the figure's divine status. Viewed in its precise material and suburb crafting, the statue must have been played an important ritual role. So that is Baal. Here we have a Canaanite drinking cup. So you know how we might decorate some things today? The Canaanites like decorating their cups with as statues of animals. An Egyptian king originally inlaid and a figurine imported from Egypt. So yeah, Canaan at the time of Joshua would have had strong ties with Egypt. That being said, it was waning, and Hazor was one of only a few Canaanite kingdoms that when they sent letters to the Egyptian pharaoh, they referred to themselves as being kings. All the other kings of Canaan referred to themselves as being governors of the pharaoh. So here's that star. Very common Canaanite symbol. And here we have what is probably Baal. So here you see the star up front, and there you have, he's holding probably a lightning bolt. And there he's riding probably a bull. So remember, thinking in the, read the Bible, the story of the golden calf. They make a golden calf to worship the God of Israel. He is, what people think now is that the golden calf may not have been worshipped in of itself. It may have been like a throne for the God of Israel, because gods would sit on bulls and ride bulls and stuff like that. And we have other examples of it here. Here, I'll show you right over here. So here you have a Canaanite goddess, Tanat Lachish, probably either Asher or Anat, and she's riding a horse. Male gods of ride tend to ride bulls. Figurines of various gods. This is Baal some more, and we know a lot about Baal from and his mythology from Ugarit. You have the myths of Baal. So if you ever can read up on that, please do so. And here we have the assemblage from a Canaanite temple, smaller Canaanite temple, not the main one, found at Hazor. This would be more like the parish church. So you have a bunch of standing stones, as you can see, representing multiple deities. We're not sure which. That's the problem with these standing stones. Masaba. There's no inscription saying they belong to which deity. We have to more or less guess, and we're not sure. This was probably a ancestor stone. So if you look at how he's sitting, he's saying, I want offerings, give them to me. And we have small orthostat lion. So there's a lot of debate about that. Shrine of the Stele. Small shrine with a single room, dating 15th century, 13th century BC, was north of Hazor city. The opposing interest, there was a niche containing a row of basalt standing stones. So what's interesting is that we know from the archaeological records that Hazor ruled all of Galilee pretty well. It controlled the whole region. There may have been minor kings, but it was the ruler of Hazor. They had independent relations with, I think, the king of Babylon, if I recall correctly, and they were the only Canaanite king who still called themselves kings. They ruled the Galilee. So what's interesting is the Bible and the book of Joshua says that Hazor was the head of all these kingdoms from ancient times. And this would have been, even for the time of Abraham, they would have been ruling. So here we have the city of Hazor and some Canaanites. The Canaanite was in the land. Anyway, God bless. Have a great day. If you get a chance, check out an SSPX chapel. God bless.